helpful. I remember shortly after they first started doing Dr. Yum, it was their dad's birthday, and we had a friend over, and they helped me make a spinach and strawberry salad, and they were chopping the tops off the strawberries and cutting, and so that was something simple that they can do. And now Charlotte, who is 7, is very interested in cooking. She wants to learn how to cook an entire meal by herself. So of course now we're talking about, using the oven and the stove and things like that. So it's definitely, they're interested. So now we just have to figure out the ways that they can be more independent safely because Charlotte, especially our older one, has the desire to cook and cook on her own, which is really great. I definitely think being part of the process helps them to be more interested in trying it, for sure. That's one big thing I noticed helping out at the preschool, is that kids are more willing to try it when they're part of the process, and also if they see other people trying it, which is really interesting. And that is something that happens at home too, when they help make something, especially if they're making it for somebody. If we have guests coming over, or if they're taking something to a party, they're like, look what I made, and they're very proud of themselves. So it's really exciting. Our little one, Maggie, definitely has a strong sense of smell. So for a long time, if it didn't appeal to her that way, she was like, oh, I'm not going to try it. But she would feel it, or help rip it or cut it or whatever. And I think that helping in those ways has helped her to sort of get over the smell thing. I think that being able to experience the food helps them learn to appreciate it more, I guess, even if it's something they're not interested in at first. So in February, Maggie was diagnosed with celiac disease, and she was right in the midst of the forest class at preschool and doing the Dr. Yum lessons once a month. And as a family, she's the only one that has it in her family, and it was a very overwhelming diagnosis, thinking about changing all of our eating habits, and hers in particular, and figuring out how we were going to do that. And the Dr. Yum project really helped in a lot of ways. It helped us, I think all of the recipes that they do in class are gluten-free or easily adapted to be gluten-free, and that was really helpful. It was around that same time that she learned to love ABC dip, and tortilla chips are gluten-free, so that was easy. And it also really helped with her understanding how foods affect her body. Because of the celiac disease, she wasn't absorbing the correct nutrients. So her iron was low, and vitamin D and other vitamins and minerals. So at 4 years old, she understood that, because they'd been talking about it in preschool, and how the different fruits and vegetables give your body different nutrients. So as we moved into her body healing, once she was gluten-free, we talked about, eating more meat and eating certain types of fruits and vegetables that would help her body heal. And she understood that, which I thought was totally crazy for a 4-year-old, because that was, how are we going to teach a 4-year-old what's happening to her body and why she can't eat what she was eating before? And so the whole process around Dr. Yum, the whole way of thinking about it, teaching the kids what the different foods do for your body, was extremely helpful after her diagnosis. And she also is a lot more willing to try new foods. It was like that as she was getting involved in Dr. Yum, but even more after her celiac disease. We explained to her that she was going to have to be more flexible about what she ate. She didn't have a choice, because if we're going out and we haven't packed her food, she has to be willing to try something that's available. And she's much better about that even than Charlotte, because she has to be, and because of Dr. Yum's whole idea of they're constantly trying new things.